Good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. What is Selenium? In this session, we are going to explore the Selenium background, what are the benefits, integration with other testing tools or frameworks, and limitations of Selenium. By the end of this 5 to 10 minutes, you should be able to understand the basics or introductions of the Selenium and able to answer any basic questions about Selenium. Let's get started. Selenium is an automated testing framework used for web applications. It consists of three tools broadly: WebDriver, IDE, and Grid. WebDriver uses browser automation APIs to control and test browsers. IDE records the user actions. So, this IDE is kind of a plugin to your browser, either Chrome or Edge, that records the user behavior and you can replay those things. And the third tool is Grid. This allows running test cases on different machines and platforms, especially parallel computing kind of scenarios. You can capture the web applications, you can run parallelly and test the web application. There are four different versions of Selenium. The first version started with version 1 and it has a major component called RC remote control. Then they renamed it to and upgraded that component to WebDriver. The latest version is Selenium 4. It contains a lot of features, especially very useful for web application testing. Selenium was invented by Jason Huggins in 2004 when he was working for ThoughtWorks. Later, a lot of community developers and other folks joined and they contributed to the Selenium framework and grew the community. There is a extensive documentation and tutorials available for Selenium. There are a lot of organizations adopted Selenium. So there is a lot of good demand for this web application framework. So there are good job opportunities. What are the benefits of Selenium? This works across browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge. Supports many programming languages such as Java, Python, Ruby, JavaScript, and this can be downloaded with no cost freely from the Selenium website. There are no licenses or no agreements with this Selenium framework or the binaries. This Selenium framework or tools can work with other industry standard testing framework tools. That is very important. When any tool that can integrate or collaborate with other tools, that is going to become very popular and get more adoption. That's how Selenium got more adoption. Both simple and complex tests supports running tests in parallel. That is very keyword, run in parallel. That's where Selenium tool Grid is going to be very helpful. This is trusted by a lot of companies, especially automobile companies, commerce companies, insurance companies, supply chain management companies. So this is very well adopted. Selenium with Java. Java is one of the most popular languages for Selenium automation. So leverages the Java robust libraries and frameworks. Java is object oriented in nature that makes it easier to write and maintain test scripts. There is a large community to support extensive documentation on Selenium with Java also. I have more than 15 years experience. I saw in a lot of my projects, especially web applications, Selenium is extensively used. Java provides fast execution and high performance for test scripts. There is a good scalability also. There is a very good IDE support. So if you are planning to write a Selenium script, these IDEs such as Eclipse and IntelliJ can support quicker and faster development. Integrations. Testing frameworks such as JUnit and TestNG seamlessly integrates with Selenium tools, especially the WebDriver, Grid, and the IDEs. In the CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment tools or frameworks such as Jenkins. In the Jenkins pipelines, we can include these Selenium test cases. When the application is deployed, we can run these Selenium test cases to make sure that the test cases are passed. So we call it as a quality gate. In that kind of scenarios also, the Selenium tools are very useful. The Maven is a dependency manager. If you want to use the Selenium in any of the projects, we can use Maven to simplify and to get the right version of the binaries of Selenium. There are GitHub actions. This automates the workflow and integrates Selenium tests. Test management tools such as Jira and test trails can easily integrate with Selenium tools and frameworks. The behavioral driven development such as Cucumber, which is also very prominent and becoming very prominent. If you have knowledge with Selenium, Java along with Cucumber, you will have a very good high paying job. There are other tools such as SpecFlow that bridges the gap between technical and non-technical team members. In that scenario also, Selenium framework or tools are very useful. Reporting tools, Selenium can easily integrate with Allure, which is a test report generation framework. It can easily integrate with that. There is another tool such as called Extend Report. Selenium can integrate and generate reports with that also. Limitations of Selenium. Selenium can only automate web applications. It cannot be used for desktop or mobile applications. Selenium does not have built-in reporting capabilities. Additional tools are required such as Allure and Extend Report that we saw in the previous slide. Writing and maintaining Selenium tests requires knowledge of programming languages such as Java and Python. If you know really at the high level these programming languages such as Java and Python, that will be really useful for your testing career, automated testing career. Testing dynamic web content can be challenging and may require additional efforts to handle asynchronous elements. Different browsers and platforms may behave differently because they go through the security patches, upgrades, and those things. As a Selenium automated tester, you need to keep track of what are the changes and adjust your test scripts based on those things. No built-in support for test management. Selenium lacks built-in test management features, necessitating the third-party tools for test management. In the previous slide we saw, but this is a limitation. There is no test management capabilities in Selenium, but it integrates very well with other test management tools. So quickly, just to wrap it up, Selenium is a automated testing framework for web applications. This is very widely used. If you have any some programming language such as Java, Python, JavaScript, and Ruby Rails, it is going to be really useful for you to get into a very good high-paying job. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you learned something out of this session. Looking forward to see you in my next session. Bye.